Okay, so to start off the course, I'm going to give you a little introduction to myself, give you a sense of what my past work is and how I got into microgreens. I got my start in organic farming, actually. I used to run a small-scale organic farm on Vancouver Island, just off the coast of British Columbia in Canada. And there I was mainly selling crops to local farmers markets, some CSAs and restaurants in the area. As part of that production system in the later years, I did add microgreens to my system. I did that in part because I had seen that there was nobody doing that at the market, and having grown sunflower shoots at home for many years previously, I had a feeling there would be a good market for it. So interestingly, the thing that got me into microgreens is I had left farming and gone back to school, and I got my Bachelor of Science in Agroecology at UBC. There my focus was on soils, urban farming, and small-scale plant breeding. And so what happened is through my education, I ended up back in the city. And what I really wanted to do was find a way to keep farming when I got back into the city. So I ended up developing this microgreen system, one, as a way of doing that, and two, I actually was able to use it as a directed studies project as part of my degree. So what I was looking at is how do you take this model, which in Canada has quite a lot of regulations and guidelines around it, and do it on a small scale and in an urban environment. And over time, that grew and grew into something much more formal than what started out with just the benches I had showed you right there in the beginning. So this bench system is how I started out. And as the model progressed and I finished my degree, I wanted to grow this. And so in 2013, we got some funding to build a greenhouse. And what we did was convert a 40-foot shipping container into a greenhouse. The idea behind that was when you're building infrastructure for urban farming, it's really hard to have land tenure. And so this was a way of addressing that. So what I've done over time is, as these systems have evolved, I've done a lot of documentation, and that inevitably has grown into consultations and education. So a lot of what I'm going to talk about in this course is what I've learned through 10 years of production, but also what I've learned from talking to other growers and just following forums and other content online. So I hope that the scope of stuff that I have to show you here is going to be very helpful for developing your own system, because it's really going to be based on my experience, which includes a lot of mistakes, despite the confidence with which I'm going to talk about a lot of the stuff we're looking at today.